An echo chamber is an environment where a person is only exposed to information or opinions that echo and reinforce his or her own. Yet, the reality is often the opposite, thus giving the person a huge surprise. The jaw-dropping outcome of Brexit and the U.S. presidential election in 2016, as well as the recent landslide victories of pro-democratic parties in Hong Kong and Taiwan, are excellent examples of the echo chamber effect. Let's take a look at them. The first surprising outcome was UK's European Union membership referendum, or Brexit, in June 2016. Experts warned that exiting the EU would wreck Britain's economy. Opinion polls also showed a clear majority in favor of remaining in the EU. Many people, including then Prime Minister David Cameron, did not think the referendum for UK to exit the EU was likely to pass the vote. However, the voting result was shocking. 51.9% of the British public voted to abandon the EU. The working class and senior population were the so-called silent majority. Their voices were largely ignored by elites who were in the echo chamber favoring the EU. November 8, 2016 may be remembered as a day that has forever changed the world. In the 2016 US presidential election, Hillary Clinton's chance of winning was reported to be anywhere from 70% to even 99% by mainstream media outlets. On election night, CNN had no doubt of Hillary Clinton's odds of winning the White House.
Going into this night, where do we stand?
268 to 204, so clearly an advantage for Secretary Clinton.
The Newsweek even prepared a cover featuring Madam President Hillary in advance. However, the election result rattled these people to their core.
What a night! And a complete earthquake. This was an earthquake unlike any earthquake I've really seen since Ronald Reagan in 1980. It just came out of nowhere. Nobody expected it.
How can the experts be so far off? How could all the polls be so wrong? The echo chamber effect was at play. Posters and media ignored voices outside of their echo chamber. People who receive information exclusively from the mainstream media were also trapped in the same echo chamber. The election outcome was a rude awakening. The Hong Kong District Council elections in November 2019 were widely viewed as a de facto referendum on the ongoing pro-democracy protests. Prior to the elections, Beijing's mouthpiece media even prepared the press release citing victories of pro-establishment camp or pro-Beijing camp. They were only waiting to fill in the winning percentage. The election resulted in tremendous setbacks in the pro-Beijing camp. Dozens of prominent pro-Beijing heavyweights lost their campaigns for re-election. The pro-democracy camp, in conjunction with the localist groups, achieved their biggest landslide victory in the history of Hong Kong, gaining control of 17 out of 18 district councils and tripling their seats from around 124 to about 388. Nearly 3 million people in Hong Kong voted, an unprecedented 71% turnout in the electoral history of Hong Kong. Apparently, staying in its echo chamber and fooled by its own propaganda, the Chinese Communist regime had miscalculated Hong Kong's public opinion. 2 months later, the presidential election of the Republic of China was held in Taiwan in January. The incumbent president, ing-wen, focused her campaign on not accepting one country, two systems, and not letting Taiwan become the next Hong Kong. Tsai's supporters were mostly young people who grew up in a democratic Taiwan and are determined to defend Taiwan's freedom. However, when the younger generation saw that over 1 million people attended the campaign rally of pro-Beijing nominee Han Kuo-yu, they realized that they must break out of their echo chamber and communicate their viewpoints to the elderly generation so as to secure Taiwan's democracy and freedom. The election had a turnout of 74.9%, the highest among nationwide elections since 2008, and Tsai won 57% of the popular vote. If we had listened to different voices, the results might have been less shocking. Let's step out of our echo chambers, observe and listen with our hearts. A whole new world is waiting for us. Please like and subscribe to TBD Studio.